Wow, Canelo Alvarez stands to make a guaranteed $365 million in his new Dazn deal. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang notification gang. Please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working now. I was born ready. Canelo Alvarez, he's stunting on the boxing game. So I did a video earlier, and it looks like Canelo was headed to Dazn for his next fight with Rocky Fielding in December. But beyond that, and he got offers from multiple people, and everything suggests that he's gonna go with Dazn. Now, more information is coming out. I did some digging around. It looks like Canelo is thinking real long term, and they're saying he's going to get a 10-fight deal over the course of 5 years and get a guaranteed $365 million. Yes, I said it right. $365 million. So $1 million a day for a year. You know, that would be the equivalent. Wow. Over the course of 5 years and 10 fights. So congratulations. We should get more information. Immediate details are not fully publicized. They're doing a press conference in New York for the Rocky Fielding fight. So I'm sure we'll get more information from Oscar De La Hoya. This is by far one of the biggest, most lucrative sports deals in boxing history. You know, 5-year deal, $365 million. So Dazn is paying like they weigh. They really wanted to nab Canelo. Now, you know, this is great for Canelo's career, for him as an individual, to go from a guy who, you know, kind of grew up poor in Guadalajara, Mexico, to, you know, emerging the top of boxing. These guys are getting crazy deals. You know, and I gotta add, it is almost amazing to see what Floyd Mayweather has done too, because Canelo's doing a 5-year deal with 10 fights and he's getting a whopping, you know, $365 million. Floyd Mayweather in a Conor McGregor and Pacquiao fight probably did over that, you know, probably nabbed over that. So in 2 fights. So it's crazy, but you know, I can't take nothing away from Canelo. It looks like him and his team, Golden Boy, they looked out for him. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions. Hopefully they get cleared up. A lot of people keep saying that Eddie Hearn is co-promoting Canelo. I don't believe that's the case. Golden Boy went directly to Dazn, and they're going to do some fights. I think they're going to do about 10 fights on Dazn with their A-lister, Canelo Alvarez, doing a 5-year deal, and he's supposed to get a guaranteed $365 million. Now, again, as far as Canelo, this is a huge deal, you know, real big deal. I can't wait to hear the additional details. However, I will say this. It doesn't hurt the fans, you know, for $9.99 you can see Canelo fight on Dazn, as opposed to, you know, paying $85 every time Canelo fights on pay-per-view. So that's cool for fans. But this could really hurt the people who come up with the money. You know, it just depends. It depends if they get their money back. Canelo's gonna have to. I don't like. My thing is this, and I'm just being honest here. Who is Canelo gonna fight? Like, if he's fighting a 10-fight multi-year deal and he's getting this type of money for it, right? Then I would have to imagine that it's not going to be all crazy blockbuster fights, because they're going to be looking to preserve their investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even see again, people get hyped about this because this is a crazy deal. You know, this is a crazy, enormous deal. But I honestly feel this could influence the selection of who Canelo faces next. Because let's say hypothetically, your first fight out of a 10-fight deal is Rocky Fielding. Let's say it's a semi-difficult fight. You stop Rocky Fielding to the body. Hypothetical, people. Is Canelo really going to fight Jermall Charlo or the winner of Derevyanchenko, Danny Jacobs, right? Is he going to fight Boo Boo Andrade should he win the title this Saturday on Dazn? Is he going to fight them immediately? Like, in May, Cinco de Mayo. Because these are fights where he could lose. He could lose those fights. So are they going to put him at risk, or are they going to string it out and, have some filler fights? That's the thing that, worries me a little bit. Again, as far as Canelo, he's balling out of control. No one could take that away from him. I'm just wondering from the fight fans' perspective, because we're the ones paying the $9.99 a month and stuff like that. Canelo's going to be sitting pretty. Him and his team represented him well and acquitted him well. Again, so we got to get some more answers to this. I definitely want to see, especially with the long-term plan and stuff like that, I definitely want to see who they plan on putting Canelo in there with, but I'm not going to speculate. I just, I know how business works, and I know if somebody is, because let's say, this is just hypothetical, people. Let's say in May, Canelo fought Jermall Charlo and got knocked out, hypothetically. So now you have 8 more fights where you have to give him these enormous paydays guaranteed. So that's the only downside, because I can't imagine a business. I don't know. We'll see. Canelo has a good resume. He's supposed to be in charge of his career. We'll see. But it's not even seeing, this is the thing. It's almost a team decision. Mark this video, bookmark it. It's almost a team decision. Even if Canelo wants to fight all the toughest fight, Danny Jacobs, and he wants to fight Charlo and Triple G and all this stuff, Zurdo Ramirez, is Golden Boy gonna make that fight knowing that their fighter is making this, this crazy paycheck, or are they gonna try to string it along and give us some, a 2016 Canelo? Remember Canelo's 2016? In May, he fought Amir Khan, moved him up, really wasn't proven to be the best welterweight. He only had a couple fights at welterweight, got hurt by Chris Algieri in his fight right before he fought Canelo, had a bit of a layoff, and then Canelo fought him, brought him up to Canelo weight, no rehydration clause. Liam Smith. Is it going to be like where he's fulfilling his contract, so contractually he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, but he's fighting the Rocky Fieldings, the Liam Smiths of the world and stuff like that to fulfill dates? Or is he going to be taking regular challenges? These are the questions, and I guess they'll be answered in due time. But $365 million, $365 million? Man, what you think you got? Chelsea Carter? Kelsey Grammer? Man, hell no. Like $365 million. Props to Canelo. I told you on my live stream, if Canelo went with them, then they probably had to throw a lot of money at him. And again, I'm just giving you guys something to think about. When you have stars like AJ and Canelo, yes, it's good for DAZN because they're trying to springboard, and launch forward a new streaming app. So, they're throwing all this money at, let's say, AJ, and all this money at Canelo, right? That's good for the fighter. That's good for them to try to get their name out and, oh, wow, these crazy deals. But are they going to get a return on their investment? Are they going to be able to put, when you have, again, this is just like a team sport. If you have one player, one quarterback who has this crazy, enormous deal like Canelo, you have a Cam Newton or somebody on your team that has this monstrous contract, are you going to be able to budget and get other quality fighters, like Gervonta Tank Davis and, other people? It just depends, I guess, how deep their pockets are. And again, for me, from a business perspective, if he's going to be fighting for 5 years, 10 fights, he's going to have to fight more than 2 times a year, probably. He's probably going to have some years where he fights 3 or 4 times. So, that being said, I can't imagine, it's all going to be difficult fights. But, this is just some forward thinking for you guys to think about. For now, let's just enjoy Canelo and see what he decides to do. Hopefully we get some more details, but they're talking about 5 years, $365 million, and all the people that said boxing is dead, boxing is alive and well. Anytime you can have investors or people who are that faithful that they could put together big deals for the top fighters, that's a good thing. You know, I just hope we get the top fights. You know, that's it. I don't want to see like a milking process where it's just Canelo versus, you know, just like James Kirkland 2, or, you know, just, I can't even think of a Gabe Rosado, you know, just filler fights that you're purposely putting in to keep Canelo as safe as possible so he can honor this contract. You know, Canelo versus Gabe Rosado and Gulo, or, you know, Chávez Jr. 2, just fights that really are just there, like taking up space, you know, just there. They don't really mean much, not top 10 guys and stuff like that. Because you have to understand, this is all great for Canelo's personal bank account, but as fight fans, you know, it's about what we're receiving. You get what I'm saying? Like, Canelo's balling. He's set for life, you know, and future generations. That's all good, but he's still a champion, you know? So I'm just very curious to see how they move him with this type of lucrative deal in the background, you know, because you're not going to want your fighter's stock to drop by taking a loss, because now you're sitting up here on Dazn with potentially 8 more fights to go, and they're cashing you out whatever, this crazy amount of money, and you are sitting up here with a knockout loss. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be very interesting to see how he is moved, and if he's put in some of the telling fights that the fans want to see with that type of deal. You know, we could do some basic math. If he's making $365 million, like I told you, Dazn had to break the bank, because if he's making $365 million, that means he's getting 36.5 million per fight if he's fighting 10 times, you know? So he's getting almost 37 million each time he fights. So he's fighting Rocky Fielding. You know, again, you have to look at it from a competitive business perspective. If you know you're making 36.5 million fighting Rocky Fielding, what's going to encourage you to fight Jamal Charlo? You know, Canelo would have to be, at that point, just noble and, you know, maybe get ordered to fight someone, mandatories and stuff like that. But I mean, who's gonna want to fight? No matter what they're getting a guaranteed 36.5 million. So crazy. They're throwing a lot of money out there. We'll see if it works out or if it backfires and if it benefits the fans. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.